All right.
All right. How are you, man?
Bro, we got finally on.
How you going?
Merry Christmas, bro. I'm great. Merry Christmas to you, Tom.
Merry Christmas, my cousin Vlad. I got to tell you, I think it's been about a year or so. You moved away from being a full time real estate professional thereabouts.
Yeah.
Um, I have to tell you what you achieved in your real estate career. By the way, to everyone that's joining on, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. If you're a Christian, it's Merry Christmas. But man, I've got to say to you, um, you're missed in the real estate industry. What you what you did will never be replicated again.
Thanks very much, bro. I got a attitude of gratitude, firstly. That's what my algorithm's been telling me for a while. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I've had a lot of calls saying come back to real estate. There's a couple of old Macedonian ladies in Hurstville they're willing to sell. Their husbands have since passed away. And I've just given it to the competition now, Tom. I'm just giving it away, bro. It's a different lane. I've switched it in the Audi. Lane assist. I've got the lane assist on.
Can I ask you, you find the lane assist is good, or does it give you the shits when it sort of bangs you back in and pushes you to
Yeah,
go
it
back?
gives me the shits a lot, and my wife gives me the shits as well. Like, so they're both, because usually the lane assist is on and the life assist is on as well. She's in the passenger seat. She's telling me where to go, how to go, and the lane. I'm trying to stay in my lane. The car thinks it knows better than I do as well. So it's all, you know what I mean? That's why I've got a suit on at 9:30 on Christmas Eve in bed, you know, uh, because you never know. You never know when you're going to need to be ready to wrap. And I've told you this since 2019, since our first conversation at your house with the beautiful white walls in the background. It's like the Twilight Zone in that place. And I've told you that I haven't changed my tune. I've just taken the shirt off because I spilled some spaghetti marinara on it.
I get it. I get it.
Mm.
Mate, can I ask you, you still a big fan of Audis?
I am, bro, but Audi's not a big fan of mine. So it's not a reciprocal relationship. It's like it's not good. Like, I keep on tagging him. I keep on asking him to throw a car at me, and nothing. What, to be honest, Audi Sydney, they put some black badges on my car for free this year. They did the labor, but I had to buy the badges. So I mean, swings and roundabouts, really. People are telling me to go to a car that'll appreciate me, like a Daihatsu or something like that. But it's very hard to go Daihatsu after you're rolling around with a car that doesn't even need a key for you to get in it. It just senses when you cut. It's an intuitive car. My car's got emotions. When I come near it, it just goes, the guy wants to get in. So
Did
it
you ever?
opens the
Did
door.
you? My my cousin Vlad, I wanted to ask you, man. Did you ever think in your life,
Mm.
as you were growing up, you came from your other previous job, which was a much lower paying job, right?
Courier,
Like real
courier.
estate, courier. Real estate's been
Mm.
good for you.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
did you have visions that you'd be the sort of guy that would be able to go into an Audi Trevette and say, I want that car,
Mm.
that's mine? Was that something that, as you were going through high school, you thought was you're possible
No,
of?
no, I didn't. Like, my goal in high school was to be able to buy a carton of Durries, like a carton of ciggies, because I was always like scraping together $8 to get Winfield Blues one pack. And my mate,
Yeah.
George Caramanlis will come and try to take a couple off me. My goal was like, if you get to the point where you can roll up to IGA or Coles and just cop a whole carton, you're killing it. And to get to from that to an Audi, I mean, it's like Jay-Z. He didn't know from being a drug lord that he's going to be pounding.
Yeah, you went quiet again for a moment, like you did on the on TikTok before, but you're
It
back. There's something,
it's my missus is calling. She keeps calling from the other room in the house. She probably needs the garbage taken out or
mate.
something. So
Best
I've just
tip,
muted
mate.
her.
You're How long you been married,
10 years this year. I just made 10 years now. So
mate? Can I ask you
mm.
any advice to people that are in year 2, year 3, year 4?
Year 2, year 3, year 4. Like usually, my daughter's in year 1, so she's learning easy
Yes.
addition, some
Sorry,
multiplications.
I didn't make myself clear. What I was trying to say to you
Mm.
um, is
Capital
there are people that have been married
letters,
only for
then
2 years.
small. Oh, married. Yeah.
They've been
Um,
married for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, right? And
mm,
you've been married 10 years. You've obviously, it's a big bench. It's a milestone you've achieved there, right? I'm just
mm.
curious, like any advice you can give to people that have only been married
Yeah.
2 years. Not, yeah, that's what I meant to
Praying. There's
say.
a bit of praying going on. Running, licking rivers every day, getting into nature. Acai bowls, a lot of gut health stuff like Matt Steinwade. He's telling you, I mean, he's married now, I think third or fourth marriage now. The guy's spending 2 hours on his gut every morning. And that's not by chance. He's doing the gut, then he's throwing himself into a bucket of ice like a trout, like some Norwegian fish. And then after that, he's spending 2 hours lifting weights. It looks like the Hulk, and then he gets to work at about 3:15 in the hour when people are leaving. But he has worked out the marriage thing, and I do the same thing. It's just called train and avoid. TNA.
Train and avoid.
Yes, avoid arguments, and obviously you can't avoid all interactions, but avoid petty arguments and make money. Can't come home without cash. That's another one.
Can I ask you, as money, you've had no money, now you've got a lot, right?
Some people
What's the
might
difference?
say it's too much now. Yeah.
Right,
My
okay.
cousins say
And
that when we're at barbecues, but whatever.
as they say, my cousin Vlad, everyone wants to see you do good till you're better than them. They never forget that. I taught you that in coaching.
I've never forgot that, and do you know what? Your nearest family, they definitely don't forget that. They definitely don't forget that.
Yeah. I can't believe it. There's one guy here, George Gialouris, Cobden Hasten, saying that he thinks this is a satire. It's not a satire. He's the
Oh, Cobden Hasten. This is the type of people I respect, where he's put his first name, his
yeah,
father's last name,
yeah.
and then also the guy that's paying him. That's a level of dedication to their craft, and I'm all for it. By the way, I've said that a lot. Like when I see like Matt Parsons, Ray White, Hurstville, Forest Road, 9579688. When I see it all, nothing screams, fuck, I need a listing more than that. But I respect it.
Mate.
And
And
as
then you
as
got
you get more and more better, like Matt Pilios,
yeah,
you just fucking you start dropping shit off like a trailer, and then it just comes to Matt Pilios, and then it just goes to Matt like Prince. It'll just be one name, and you go, "Who's Matt? What do you mean? If you don't know him, you're not listening with him." It
yeah.
just becomes one name.
That's the pinnacle, is it?
That's you,
When you can
Tom.
just
You can go to just Tom now.
well, well, look some of these comments coming in. You're so missed in this industry. Can I ask? There's a lot of young guys and girls watching this right now. My cousin Vlad. It's Christmas Eve, and it's been another year that's been a shit year for
Yeah,
them. Another
yeah.
year that they didn't do it, and they're sitting there and they're thinking, "What do I have to do to change the trajectory of my life?" What do you say to them? You've walked that path. There were times, Vlad. There were times, be honest, that you were looking internally for answers.
And nothing happened. When I looked externally, especially in Sydney, I started getting the answers. I got shredded. I got tan beyond belief.
Yeah.
I had socks on. I didn't walk around with my ankles all air conditioned like some of these Arab guys they like to have their ankles out. Boys, we don't want to see your ankle. Okay? No one needs an air-conned ankle. Pop a sock on. That's one. And then I got an Audi.
What do you think? What do you think about these? You know, my cousin Vlad. I want to ask you. There's a growing number of agents that are wearing those chinos or trousers above the ankles, tight, no sock
Mm,
look, right?
mm,
Slips into a slip-on shoe.
mm.
And
And
that look
the shoe looks too small for the foot as well, because sometimes the upper half, it's like a bowling pin,
yeah,
the upper half is very large,
yes,
and then it's tapered down into like a we used to call them cockroach killers, where the shoe's really narrow and you can fit it into a corner to kill a cockroach in a room.
You're
You know,
spot
it's a pointy
on.
shoe. It's a pointy.
It minimizes the size of the foot.
So it looks like something from a Pixar movie. I know, and that's to any regular person that's had a mortgage, because no one looks like that with a mortgage. Those people are scared when you walk in looking like the guy from Minions. It's true.
Yeah.
It's a bit scary. So just pop a shoe with a lace on. That's all I'm saying. And Tom, this is real estate. Don't go searching too far inside, okay? Because you start looking too far inside, you're going to quit the sport of real estate. And we need more agents, not less. There's not enough of us out here representing the few listings per area now. So I think there's
And
about 12 listings in my area and 1,600 agents. We need a few more, not less, you know?
yeah, I like that. I like what you. Oh, look, mate, I'm just reading some of these comments here. Men don't get dressed like men. Seriously, some wear tighter pants than an aerobic instructor. Mate, I'm just curious. What's your view, my cousin Vlad? Your view? Do you like? I've noticed with younger people there is a more looser sort of jeans are getting and tops are getting a little bit extra looser, yet there is still also the people with the tight. What you being shredded and that you're always tight shirt type guy, right? Am I right or
Oh,
no?
yeah. Like, you know, I own the shirt. Like, I want to own it. Like, you can see it's a little bit of defo, like there. You know, it's a bit of defo, but it's not over the top, Tom, because I'm here to get a listing. I'm not here to get a root, you know? I did
Oh,
that
mate,
before I
well
did that
said.
before I was married, you know?
Mate, you've really hit it with some guy. Some guy here, Talwinda Dahia
Mm.
says, "Do the guy without contact is going to tell us not to wear socks?" Right?
Yeah.
He's had a go,
He's
right?
had a go. I mean, anyone called Talwinda can have a go. Yeah, it's a tough name to go down with. But I'm telling you, Talwinda, if you want to see eye contact, it's only for the missus, right? And for someone that's giving me a listing. At the end, I'll drop them down. I'll give you the nod. But you don't want to see what's going on behind here. You know, there's too many tactics. Don't worry about a Talwinda. Just like read between the lines. You know what I mean? Don't have a go at
Mate,
the
there's a guy,
author. Read the book.
Paul Schweiler. He's a big fan of yours. I know, Paul. Good
Yep.
guy. He's asked a question here. What's happening with your wall, bro? Water damage. I don't know what he's talking about. Is it
Ah,
behind you there?
no, this is like a filter. I told you I'm sitting in the Porsche. I bought a Porsche as a play around car for the weekend.
All
And
right,
this
just
is just like,
yeah.
it's a filter, green screen, or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't live in something like this.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So Paul, mate, that's just it's a green screen. You know,
Green
it's part of
screen.
the app.
Yeah,
Green screen.
yeah.
He's got no water damage in his
Yeah, now
house.
you can even look around. It's kind of 3D as well. Yeah, anyway, don't worry about it, Paul. Who else
Um,
is having a go at the sunglasses? Obviously, don't know where I've come from and what I've gone to, but check out the page. You know what I mean? It's not that hard. One click, go over there, have a look at the first three photos, and come back in. Come back in and start asking questions.
now, I've got to say to you, I can't help it. I watch, I watch from afar. I watch all your content, mate. You've been knocking them in, mate. Your shows. A lot of people don't realise we're talking about shell-out shows around the country. Mate, you've performed in London. Like, I mean, a
Yeah,
lot of people haven't worked out. You are an international performer now. We're not
yeah,
a national performer.
yeah. That was 2023, Tom. You know, jokes aside. I mean, people are saying that I'm apparently satire or whatever, but when you come from Hurstville, which is where I've come from, you know, where you live around of a Westfield, where where your main daily route is the one-way streets around the Westfield, sometimes you start thinking to yourself, there's got to be another way. But the truth is there isn't another way. They've blocked it off with apartments, so you've got to go down that way all the way. So you've got to get out of that and catch a flight to London. So I caught a flight to London and I met some gladiators over there, and I did some work in Eastern Europe, in Macedonia, where people, man, woman, and child, are still smoking cigarettes like it's 1994 out there.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Oh, they love it. And if they see a toddler in a restaurant, they're all smoking and blowing the fog or whatever it is towards the family. It's like a
Well, we're
sign of
talking to young kids.
respect.
Young
Oh,
kids.
yeah, for sure. They love it. Nothing wrong, mate. That's what my father-in-law says.
Wow,
It's
amazing.
it's
Now,
amazing.
now, just want to ask you a very, mate. I wanted to come on here today because I know there are people sitting there tonight, tomorrow. You know, you go to family functions, you know, you're there, they're there, you're going through the motions, but
Yeah.
in your head, you're also scheming. You're not just you're thinking about, well, Christmas, New Year's coming. I want a better life. I want you to give me a couple of tactics that you can share with the young ones here, or the ones that aren't so young, but they're struggling, mate. You, mate, you demolished and devastated your competitors, and you did it in an astonishing speed, right? What are the tips that you can give my cousin Vlad to any person that wants to go next level next year?
In real estate, you're
Yeah,
talking about. Okay.
yeah.
Well, firstly, I've got to stick with have an Audi. That's the first tip. Okay. Don't turn up in a Hyundai Tucson. Okay, because if you're driving a mid-sized hairdresser's mum's car, it doesn't come. Even if you are a mid-sized mum or a hairdresser, crack the Audi. All right, because people you want to come in a car that you can park in someone's driveway and they don't get offended by it. Now I've said this for a while, Tom. I'm not changing the tune. I'm a loyal guy. Okay. Secondly, get shredded. Okay, don't come to work with a box of 12 Krispy Kremes pretending that you're going to give it to people for Christmas when you already know that there's 2 diabetics and 3 of them are on keto. So you're just going to end up pounding them in the kitchen. So get shredded. Thirdly, I would say write a few goals up, bro. I mean, stop trying to find just one listing. Write a few goals up. I remember some guy that wanted to work with us. He doesn't work with us anymore. He works at Fitness First, actually, but he's doing well. He signs up people for Fitness First passports or whatever they are. And he said once that he wanted to be the king of real estate in the world. He had big visions, bro. So have a bit of a bigger vision for yourself. Don't just scheming for the next 2-bedroom unit in Carlton. Go out. Say you want to be the area specialist or some other name that people use. I want to be a technician, or put a billboard up of yourself next to KFC where a lot of mothers and people that are struggling to make ends on the mortgage drive through with their kids after school. Put a big billboard there. Get your teeth whitened. Tom, this is a big one. All right.
Wow.
People from our generation, if you can't whiten them, fly to Turkey, get the veneers done. Come out looking like Jim Carrey from The Mask.
So, mate, I just want to go over this. You're, by the way, everyone, those that are just tuning in, this is the number one real estate agent in the world as of the end of
Carlton.
2022. He hasn't been in our business in 2023, and he has just shared with us 3 extraordinary tips. Number 1, get your teeth whitened.
Yep.
Number 2, get ripped, and number 3, get an Audi. I mean, a lot of people that are traditional experts in the real estate industry would turn around and say that's absolute garbage what you've just said. That's what a lot of people would say.
Well, look, I'm going to say something to you now, Tom, that might shock you off that leather lounge that you're sitting right now. Okay. And like, I don't know whether you've copped that on, like, is it brand new? That looks very nice. That's all I'm saying. And you got that from, you haven't widened your, all I'm saying, you're in Byron Bay. You haven't widened your teeth. Your haircut, you have a little flat top haircut like one of the guys from Toy Story. And I love that. Okay. And you have a shirt on, very humble. You're fucking tanned beyond belief. You look like a Puerto Rican fruit salesperson. But there's one thing that you do, and that's work, right? Doesn't work anymore, okay? Door knocking, getting out there, hand-to-hand service, actually caring for multiple customers, treating everyone like it's your last sale or your only sale in the world. Forget that. Billboards. Fucking teeth from Turkey. If you're gone bald, I'm not, but I am a little bit. Pop the plugs in. Get the plugs. Get new
Turkey
fresh
does
hair.
everything, doesn't it? Turkey does everything.
They do everything except for give you the leads, but they give you the chance. So you fly with this the airplane's called Turkish Airlines, and you can go there and fix it up, and then you come back and put a big billboard up in the area, and just, bro, walk up and down your local area, shaking hands with people. Look amazing. The suit's got to be, Tom Ford, Gucci. You look good. You become an attraction agent. That's what you've been talking about all this time. An
Yeah, but
attractive agent.
yeah, it's I don't. Yeah, attraction. You attract the business. I meant like you're. I don't
Uh,
think we're on the
I
same.
thought you meant an attractive agent, like Brad Pitt, but in Carlton real
Nah,
estate office.
mate. I meant attraction agent. Right?
I don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, like I've made it and I've left the industry. So, I mean, you guys can go on the videos and have a look at how I made it. But when you're so good, when you make one sale, this is what I found for myself and a lot of other people in the area. If they're not raving about you, like at the Christmas lunch tomorrow, they're sitting there, you won't believe what Vlad did. Like he was massaging my wife while he was delivering the second offer, and I was okay with it. He asked me consensual. She had a knot in her neck. He said he has hands of God. As he was going, you wouldn't believe it. The second offer is $793. That extra little massage loosened up the wife's neck. The next thing, she's accepted the offer. Her husband looked a little bit angry, but he still accepted the offer. And now they're raving clients, bro. And then all of a sudden, their next door neighbor's calling me. He's like, bro, my wife's got a stiff neck too, and can you sell this? So you got to worm your way in, like tactics, Tom. I've told you for years. I'm not a one-trick horse.
Um. Yeah. Look. I mean, success leaves clues. You've got the runs on the board, and
Charlotte
there's
doesn't believe it. Like, look, Charlotte here, Charlotte Rachel, she's like, she's rolling her eyes back in emojis. Who knows what she's really doing? She's probably laughing. And then she zipped up her mouth as well. She can't believe, like, her mind's not ready for this type of strategy, Tom. Like, a lot of people fall by the wayside. That's part of the Bible. It is what it is. It's when doth student is ready for thy teacher, he shall show up with glasses on. There's something like that. Matthew, Mark 16:4. Look it up. Uh, there she is again. Not into these men, sorry. I mean, Charlotte, you're watching us. Unbelievable.
yeah. Sorry, Charlotte.
Why
Um.
is she a high performer?
I'm not. I'm not sure. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, look. Again, I want to repeat. He's an unorthodox agent.
No, I'm
He does things very
Orthodox.
different.
I am Orthodox. My Christmas is actually the 7th of January. So tomorrow it's just all gimmicks for me. I
Yeah,
really am Orthodox.
I wasn't referring that in terms of your in terms of your faith. What I was trying to make reference to was you're not the orthodox type agent that does things a specific way.
Yeah.
You do things differently in a non-orthodox method. But I
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not talking about orthodox Catholic, that stuff.
Okay, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. It just goes off vibe, feeling. Yeah, I've been in real estate for a long time, bro. So it's like when you've worked out what everyone does, then you've got to go the other, like you don't do what all the sheep are doing. You have to set yourself apart a little bit. And that's why people are having to go up to Sunnies, but they're just jealous. And that's fine. You can get them from Oakley. They're very easy. These ones are about $400, which is, but you can still save up. Put $10 away a week. At the end of the year, get yourself a pair, right? But that's unorthodox. It is what it is. Tom, when you first started out, people would have been going, what's this guy yelling for every Sunday night at the camera? They couldn't
Yeah,
believe it. You had 200 followers. They're going, why is he yelling? But as you got better, more tanned, the hair became like somehow flatter at the top and
yeah.
became a flat top hairstyle. You became a machine. And
We got this
I bet you a lot of people
big
that
loop.
weren't on board, they're on board now.
Charlotte's just said probably some good points, but she said that you should stay humble.
Oh, yeah, that never worked in Sydney, bro. Look,
I'm not
Charlotte,
sure. That never worked in
It never
Sydney.
work. It might work in Melbourne. I'm not sure where you're from, Charlotte, but I mean, respect here. All I'm saying is, like, I want to go on that sunset shows where Gavin Rubinstein's going. I want to go there. I don't know why they don't call me. I'm a mad actor as
Oh,
well.
you on that show, Lux Listing. Oh, you'd smash it there.
Smash
You'd hit that
it,
out of
bro.
the park, mate.
Because there comes to a point in real estate where you don't even need to talk that much anymore. You just gotta just say, your hands have got to get together a lot, like that. You have to nod, pretend you're listening, pretend you're listening, a lot of nodding, and then you go, leave it with me. You have to always leave it with me. Leave it with me. And then as you keep on doing that, you jump back in the, I don't know what they drive over there, Range Rovers or something like that. Even hairdressers in the Double Bay with drive those. And you just go like this, leave it with me. There's a lot of slow nodding going on. A lot of slow nodding, and people love that. And, you can make it. In my area, we got a lot of wogs, Tom. So with wogs, you've got to make them believe that, the one and only house that they paid off in 4.5 years in the 70s is worth your trust.
Okay, some guy reckons your techniques are outdated. And he also saying that the Oakleys won't work in the eastern suburbs.
Nah. No, they will, bro. Like, even if I have to put like a Gucci sticker here, or Dolce and Gabbana, or just Dolce, it doesn't have to be Dolce and Gabbana. I can pick one. Just put Gabbana there or whatever. I don't need two designers on. Here we go. Like, Tom, see you at Byron Bay. I'll come and buy some Berlin stocks. You know what that is?
Birkenstocks.
A
Oh, mate.
Birkenstocks.
Look at this. That's all I wear now. I don't wear anything else. I wear these, and I've got another pair as well, Bostons. All I wear is Birkenstocks. If I have my way, I'll probably just be wearing these for the rest of my life. That's all I wear.
But not to auctions.
No, not to auctions. No. Not to auctions.
See, that's the other thing. Like, when real estate agents go with the chinos, when they're coming in looking like a bartender from a restaurant on George Street, or they come in like a Greek bartender, no tie, the black pants, elare, catalaves, the drifty hair, everything's very, like 7 weeks of beard growing. What are you doing, bro? You know what I mean? Pop a tie on, clipper it, get Manscaped or something. Go and see. There's 15 Arabs doing haircuts in every area now. Let Moe come and cut it up.
Have you noticed that this trend? Arabs love opening barbershops everywhere.
They're everywhere. There's 7 of them per area now. I don't know how many people need this hair. Aussies never used to need an Arab to cut their hair, because Aussies, they had your kind of hairstyle, slightly longer, and they've never put product in it. That's the difference between Wogs and Aussies, right? We have always got a product, wax, a fudge, a gel, some type of sap from a tree. We are constantly oiling our hair, right? Spraying it with various different Schwarzkopf sprays. The hair looks immaculate. It's shiny. An Aussie, he walks in, the hair's the same in the morning as it is at nighttime, as it is when he sleeps. It's constantly dry. But now the Wogs, we've got them to do the blended haircut, and they look like Wogs now. So Aussies and Wogs, we're the same now.
Same. Do looks matter in real estate?
100%. Look, I had to leave because obviously my looks took me to stadium style level, theatre level.
It's
I had
extraordinary.
to. Yeah.
Extraordinary level.
I'm an exception. I've got a head only a mother could love, Tom, to be honest. But, I mean, point of difference, that's what I used to say. People used to say, shit, you're as ugly as all sin. I'd say, it's just a point of difference, bro. I stand out, and they say, that's right. I'm not trying to, what's it called? I'm not trying to fit in. I'm trying to stand out. But if you're like,
looks matter. A lot of people say looks do matter, right?
If you're butt ugly, Tom, I'm going to tell you something. You better be fucking funny, bro. Okay? If you walk into a house and you just look like a dropped pie, you better be funny. you better know what every 2-bedroom unit in the area sold down to the decimal point, where they think that you're some weird genius slash like real estate legend. But if you come in and you're and you look like that, you're not winning it, bro, because some lady with pumped up lips and a vague understanding of the area is going to take it off you.
By the way, everyone, the guy that's on this Insta Live, joint live, is my cousin Vlad, the best real estate agent we've seen probably in the last decade. He did it all in a very short period of time. And I remember catching up and having lunch with you and Matt Pilios. Matt Pilios, that was one of the greatest days of his life, he told me. The ability to be able to break bread with you and sit there. He flew to Sydney. By the way, this is a fact. This is a fact. He flew to Sydney and Surrey Hills, had lunch with my cousin Vlad and myself. And he's about to open up his own business himself. Did you know that?
No. He came to my show in Melbourne. We had a 2,000-seater in Melbourne on St. Kilda Beach, just down the road from his office. And I saw him in the crowd. He was wearing his real estate stuff. Like, it was a really tight jacket, to be honest. I don't know.
He does wear tight clothes, doesn't he?
But he tricks people because you think it's tight, but he told the Vietnamese lady to add some like elastine in it, some spandex, so he can, he can move the arm. But trust me, bro, if you saw it, it doesn't look. It looks like he's wearing like timber. He can't move. It's very, very tight.
Hey, Ross is asking, what are your thoughts on Adidas pants?
They're great for anyone from the ages of 15 and under, and anyone from the ages of 85 and over that cannot dress themselves anymore. They're great for that period, or if you're a drug lord. And, they're good because every time Channel 9 has captured criminals, when they're walking them to the car, they've all got tracksuits on. I've never seen one of them in a pair of jeans and a shirt, ever, in 40 years.
Yeah, you're spot on.
Never.
Your attention to details is quite extraordinary. Your attention to detail
when
is
you
quite
see one of them,
extraordinary.
when you see one of them with a jacket over their head and 6 police with the gun, undercover guys, or with your hairstyle, when you see him walk into a car once, and if he's in jeans and a button-up shirt like you, I will buy you a house. I'm not going to tell you where. It could be anywhere, really. But I'm fucking buying you a house because I've never seen it in 40 years and I won't see it again. It's a tracksuit-wearing world.
Mate, there's this guy that keeps asking to get requested on here. Do you know this guy? He's asked 50 times. You don't know him, do you? Isaac Zaddy.
No.
Isaac, I'm sorry, mate. If it's not a have met, we can't do it, mate. People are asking, what do you wear? What's your view on aftershaves, colognes? Do they work? Does it make a difference?
Yeah.
Any recommendations?
Missed it up. I'm putting Dolce & Gabbana on. I'm usually doing Dolce & Gabbana torso. And then for limbs, I might go Versace. I'll go on the limbs. Sometimes I get more of a understated dupe.
Hang on. Are you telling me that you'll use multiple colognes at the same time and put them on different parts of the body?
Yes, it's like it's a regional distribution is what I like to call it. I go the body, then I'll go the limbs, then I'll go the head, and that's it. And then maybe just the like 2, and then I walk through. That's a bit much, but that's if I've never met a person. But if I've met them, I'm just going regional. Because you don't know, your arm's fucking far away from you, So I could be hugging my missus and shaking my uncle with that arm, and I want them to feel different. It's like they're walking through a forest. There's different flowers going around my body. It's a different aroma. Again, keeping them guessing, Tom. It's high-level thinking, bro.
Oh, mate.
Matt Pilios, he knows this. He'd be sitting there with a pad right now, just going, when he opens his office, he'd be texting someone called Barbara.
Nora, she's asked a few times. He's absolutely serious. He's absolutely serious. Make no mistake of that. Regional, more fun says got it. Listen, before we finish off this live, Christmas Eve, and you've actually told me that you're if this is right, your Christmas is next week.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
all?
I'm
Yeah.
Masso background, Tommy, and it's just like we celebrate them both. Tomorrow's for the kids. Yeah, give them the presents or whatever. Thanks, we've made some. So getting on a trampoline, this, that. I was going to get a dog, but I don't need another responsibility because my wife and kids want the dog, but they can't even take the garbage out. And so it's just something else for me to do around the house. And I haven't got time. I got to wrap sales, you know. So,
What's your
yeah,
best? Peter's asking, what's your best prospecting strategy, Vlad?
jokes aside, if I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can, apart from the regional spraying, apart from, you know, all of that, there's nothing better than skin to skin hand contact with people every moment that you can and being 100% genuine with them. That's it. And Matt Steinway said that in between ice baths, right? I know that he said that many times. If he was to fail real estate, which he never will, it's impossible. And he just says that because if he actually was to fail real estate now, he might be a career. But I'm telling you, if skin to skin contact, you meet, just say Peter Sicker. That's the guy that asked it. Peter Sick cunt, bro. That guy goes, what are you going to do? Yeah. Pete, nice to meet you. What's going on? You sit there and you find out everything about him and you tell him everything about yourself until he can't forget you anymore. If you did that just 10 times a day, that's enough. You don't need to door knock 100 properties a day. You won't. You'll throw yourself in front of the bus because it's too hard. You just do 10, but everyone is a high level of attention to detail, taking notes down. Oh, okay, what's Afrullah? Yeah, she's got the Shih Tzu dog. And the next door lady, Mona, the Egyptian lady, she's got a kavuru her son gave to her because he can't look after her. You've attention to detail. And there's a tactic, Tom. You call Afrullah like 6 months later. She goes, hello. And you go, Afrullah, how's your leg? She goes, good. You know, is the ingrown toenail better? Yes. How? You remember everything. You didn't remember. You've typed it up. You've typed it up. You're lying, right? But it's okay. Yeah, the ingrown toenail, very nice. And you go, what's the trick? And this for everyone that's watching now, 130 people about to get rich next year. Ready for it? How's the cavoodle, Afrullah? Now, Afrullah goes, what cavoodle? I don't have a cavoodle, I have Shih Tzu. And then the punchline is, that's Mona's next door. I was about to call her. God bless you. Bye. She's thinking when you hang up, this guy knows every dog in the street. He knows the names, my ingrown toenails.
So good. That is so good. That's actually called the erroneous close. It's actually a proven technique you just use.
And see, I haven't read a book, bro. And fuck, bro, I'm wasting my talent. I've got to write books. What am I doing, bro? I could sell thousands.
Guys, I'm telling you, we've been so blessed. Nora says this is gold. They've all absolutely so wonderful of you because I'm not stupid. I know what your hourly rate is, right? I know what you get. I know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
like time's money for you. I understand that
Time
concept.
is money, and wearing a suit jacket in bed, who does that?
True. My cousin Vlad, listen, I'd love to get you back on. Big demand from the marketplace. They want to see more of you.
We're doing
Merry
it in
Christmas to you,
purpose. We're
Johnny, as
doing it in
well.
person next time, bro. And I'll tell you what, I don't know. Like there's people saying that they're dying here. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I hope everything turns out well. But I will say to you, Vlad, can see your room. Rana, yeah, I've been here for an hour. We haven't done this since 2021, me and you. So a lot since the lockdown, we haven't gone into our real estate
No,
rents. Yeah.
no, and we got to do it. We got to do it. Emily's also trying. If you want to start an agency, Mudgee, I don't think you're interested in doing that at the moment.
Where's
But
Mudgee?
listen, I really want to make. COVID was a destroyer, right? It destroyed the momentum that we were both on, right?
Yeah,
But you've gone on to bigger and better things. So, like as they say, some of the best gifts in life come badly
true.
wrapped. That's all. That's all good. But I just feel like at your stage in your life, you must feel the need to give back to help the
Yeah.
next generation of real estate people achieve, even if they came close to what
Immaculate
you've achieved.
agents. Immaculate agents. That's what they are. So
Yeah,
it's an
immaculate.
immaculate agent fused together, immaculate agent. And that's what I put on my card. You know, people put sales creator, sales entrepreneur, team leader. This one's the best one. Director. He's put
Director.
director. Yeah, he owns 1.7% of the rent roll. He's put director there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's just destroyed about 30,000 real estate agents.
Did I?
That's what it's just done. You just destroyed a very large cohort of real estate
Oh,
people.
yeah, for sure. You know, I'm here to not only inject strategies, but also a little bit of, reality in there. Put it in there. Just put immaculate agent, and that's immaculate agent fused together. I mean, if I can put words together, I can put a fucking buyer and a seller together. Very easy. So next time we'll see each other in person. This was great and very good audience, Tom. Like they have been tuning and chiming in or whatever the whole time. God bless you all. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you so much. Guys and girls, enjoy your Christmas if you're enjoying Christmas. And really look forward to, catching up with you in the new year.
That was great fun. God bless. I hope everyone has a great time over the break. I'll see you, Tommy. We'll
Thank you.
talk.